guys, welcome to week 45 of the Confidence Revolution. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite books, and it's called Love Warrior. It's by Glennon Doyle Melton. Guys, she is genius. You know, I love her stuff, and we've talked about one of her books before, Carry On Warrior, here, probably once or twice earlier this year. She came out with this book, Love Warrior, a few months ago. I bought it in February. I pre-ordered it in February, and it came in mid-September, and I read it over a weekend. It was so amazing. So this book is about basically the healing and the coming to of Glennon. And so she and her husband hit a rough patch, and so rough patch is probably putting it lightly. This book is about sex and porn and infidelity and all sorts of things that we go through as humans by ourselves and also in relationship. And it's really about the healing of these two people. I want to share a little snippet with you. This is called Love Warrior, and she calls all her community warriors, love warriors. And I want to tell you a little bit more about the name Love Warrior. So Glennon was in church, and a lady was kind of shaming her into staying with her husband when Glennon really hadn't figured out whether they were going to stay married or not. And so the lady was kind of pointing her finger, wagging her finger in her face and saying, you know, you're supposed to help your husband through this. You're supposed to be, God says you're supposed to be his helper. She was really, it wasn't coming from a very kind place. It was coming more from a place of shame. And so Glennon got really curious about what being God's helper, what does that mean? And so she started doing a little word research, and I want to share with you her findings. So on page 222, it says, the original Hebrew word for woman, a word that is used twice to refer to the first woman, 3 times to refer to strong military forces, and 16 times to refer to God, is this: Ezer, E-Z-E-R. The word Ezer has 2 roots, strong and benevolent. The best translation of Ezer is warrior. God created woman as a warrior. So it just goes to show you, when you don't believe everything you read, right? Don't take it at first glance. Like, do a little research, figure out, where did it come from? What does that really mean? And so this whole time, women kind of walk around thinking they're supposed to be a helper to men, when really God made us to be warriors. There's so much pride to be taken in that. And so these fairy tale, you know, Alexander's 2, and we've started to watch Disney movies, and some of these movies are just so wait for the prince to save you. Ugh, I have cut those out. We're into Toy Story and all sorts of other things like that right now, because I don't want her to grow up thinking that she has to wait for someone to save her, or that she has to look outside herself to be saved. I want her to know that she is her own warrior. She is going to save herself. The way she lives her life, the way she conducts herself, the way the expectations of herself, those are the things, her kindness, those are the things that are going to make her whole, big, strong, warrior-like. And so Glennon took her book, Love Warrior. She really took a big, huge chunk of herself and a big, huge chunk of her pain, and really taught us to use our pain in a productive way to help others. And then she taught us that we are all warriors, that we can all save ourselves, that we have the wherewithal to make our lives great on our own. And so that's what I want to share with you today. You have the power. You are a warrior. Thank you, Glennon. May God's grace and peace be with you. I'll see you guys next week.